Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the year. Markkanen for three. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Lots of stretch bigs in the league, Doris. Lauri Markkanen is one of the best at spacing the floor.
What we know, BA, is that sweet shooting bigs with the kind of size that Lauri has are an invaluable tool in the modern game. Lauri can balance that shooting with his off-the-bounce game. He is the prototypical desired big in the league today.
White can't hit. About a minute into this first quarter. The kick out to Williams. Back to George. Utah moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Blocked!
When it comes to contesting shots, Buzelis is showing us that he's got great timing.
George with it. Guarded by Vucevic. Williams from long range.
Not an ideal start for them. Still looking for their first field goal after 4 misses.
Pass to Buzelis. Three-pointer off the mark.
3 misses in a row. Still looking for their first bucket.
Lets it go. To the wing, right side. Outside, Williams. Here's Bailey. Driving in. Lays it up and banks it in.
And even if he doesn't have the wider frame some guys do, Bailey's not going to let contact keep him from finishing.
Outside White. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. To the left side wing. Here's Buzelis. Utah grabs the miss.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player. So it definitely runs in the family.
Now here's Williamson. The offensive rebound. The layup misses. George with it. Guarded by Vucevic. Filipowski for three. The Jazz again can't hit.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
And that one's good. Giddey.
Boy, Giddey, if he becomes a knockdown three-point shooter, you will not be able to guard this guy.
Here's George. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Smith no good.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Second team foul.
And the Bulls making a change here.
DeAndre Jordan, Jay Jones.
The kick out to Williams. Pass to George. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Williams on the wing. Here's Bailey. Back to Markkanen. 5 to shoot. No good from outside. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
And so Will Hardy calls a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's Collier. Pass to Hendricks. This one for three. Knocks down the long J.
Hey, when he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Pass to Nurkic. The three-pointer off the mark. The Bulls trail by 4. Inside. And slam dunk by Jordan.
If you don't do your work early and push DeAndre Jordan a little bit out of his comfort range, look out.
Here's Sensabaugh. To the paint. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
The lead pass is on the money. Make it so easy for your teammate.
Down low. Here's Herder. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, he really fought for that one. Battling through contact to complete the play.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. Pass to Collier. .52 seconds left now in the first quarter. Bull up top. Yet to see a basket. Six to shoot. Takes it inside. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. And stolen by Bull. Banked it in off the glass.
When you use it right, the pump fake's as effective a move as there is.
Pass to Collier. Fires for 3. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2. Chicago trailing here. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Chicago shooting their second and third shots at the line here. And he's good on the second. We've got 13 seconds left in the first. To the middle. Here's Hendricks. And the layup falls. Hendricks has got his third bucket of the night.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. It's the Jazz. They lead by 3. And quarter. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Jazz.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Takes a 13-footer. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
And, yep, it's good.
Boy, Markkanen uses his size to great effect down low.
Here's George. And George with the jam.
And they've made themselves easy pickings. Sloppy ball control creates an easily converted turnover.
Oh, and the big finish by Williamson.
And that's what we've come to expect from Zion. Exactly.
George, right side. Pass to Bailey. Shot clock at 5. It's hauled in by the Bulls. It's White with the drive. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
And one thing I love about White's game, he scores on all 3 levels. He is not afraid at all to go inside.
Stolen by Giddey. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Bulls are going younger. Coach Billy Donovan said, we don't want to be just stuck in the middle. There's no question about that, but it's always about the integrity of competition. The building out part is identifying guys that are going to help us move forward. Guys, back to you.
Taking the long view. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. George outside. Pass to Filipowski. And another miss by Utah. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 3.
Josh Giddey.
A 6'8" point guard, Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
For three, George. And it doesn't fall for him. Made two, missed two now. Back to Giddey. And it falls for him. He's hit 3 of his first 4 attempts.
Well, that's about confidence and composure on the interior. Josh Giddey does stand 6'8", makes that a little easier.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. They double-team George. Filipowski sets a screen. To end the drought. Oh, wow. Through the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Ooh, good defensive intensity, but you have to stay in control always.
And he can't hit the second. And he misses all 3.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
They get it back. Another shot. Pass to Buzelis. Chicago passing it around. Oh, Williamson with the throwdown.
Yeah, no doubt Williamson's one of the most powerful dunkers the NBA has ever seen.
It's George on the drive. Drops in the layup for 2. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, we know this guy is always a threat offensively. You can't lose sight of him. Boy, they've done a good job overcoming his offensive struggles. He's got to be very thankful for his teammates.
Chicago leading. Giddey with it. Guarded now by Williams. Williamson misses. Hey, expanding his range. Williams, that's good. Williams has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Three-pointer, Buzelis.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Pass to George. Here's Bailey. To the inside. Goes up at the stripe. And it's Jordan with the rebound.
Boy, he looks and will take that shot every time. Just won't go.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Williams misses. And here's Chicago. Outside White. 4-3. The rebound by Filipowski.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
And here's Bailey for 3. That one misses. He's 1 for 3. And it's the Bulls' ball. They're on a 14-5 run. And stolen by Markkanen.
Might be a good idea to run the clock. Hold it for the last shot.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
White looking it over. Buzelis. And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. We've got second half action for you. And if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Jones in the post. Pass to Bowl. Over Markkanen. Bowl, no good. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Utah. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And that'll be Utah's ball as it goes out of bounds. Jazz able to keep possession.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Yeah, great feed there by Markkanen. That's something this team wants more from Lowry.
Back to Jordan. Utah grabs the miss. They've got the Lakers ahead of them in their next game in Los Angeles. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game.
Markkanen finishes that with authority. Look out below.
And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. He needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
Knocks it down from distance. Now it's a 7-point Utah lead.
And you know Bailey isn't going to pass on those chances. He's looking to make an impact on the arc.
Inside. And stolen by Herter. Pass to Jones. Back to Bull. No good. Had a chance to end the run there.
Listen, let's not put it lightly. This guy has really struggled here.
The shot by Filipowski, no good.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now. Boy, this has not been his night. The effort's certainly there, but he looks disjointed.
And that's a foul. Called on Kevin Herter. That's his first foul.
Timeout.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Here's Filipowski. Pass to George. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Markkanen. Three-pointer. Utah with another miss. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Back to you, Brian.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Bull. Three-pointer, no good.
If this quarter is any indication, he's not going to be the guy to turn this game around in their favor. Seems like they've lost their defensive focus here in the second half, giving up way too much shutting.
George, no good. Bulls trail by 6. Pass to Herter. And the three-pointer goes. Herter's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, on the perimeter, you have to stay connected to this guy. He's such a good shooter.
Here's Bailey. And it's Hawkins with a rebound. Bull with it. He's picked up by Filipowski. On the wing, Jones. Back to Bull. George with a steal. Williams from long range. Chicago with a rebound. To the middle. Cuts off the pass. It's hauled in by Herter.
They're winning despite his performance here, and they have had his back all night.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Utah leading by 3. Pass to Mikhailuk. Utah with another miss.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Here's Buzelis. Covered by Love. For the tie. The Bulls with another miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Filipowski for three. Good D by Williamson. The Bulls trail by 3. Williamson on the move. No good there.
Boy, he couldn't have asked for a better look. That's tough to take.
Filipowski sets a screen. Pass to Hendricks. And he slams it in one-handed.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
Well, you love that he wants to wear out the defense. What a catalyst for his team. Incredible.
The shot by Buzzell is no good. Utah leading by 5. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Love. Utah moving the ball around. Here's Mikhailuk. Gets the 3 ball to go.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Love for 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Utah Jazz, finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their defense has forced a number of key turnovers, giving them a clear advantage on possessions. We'll be back in a moment. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Utah with the ball. Pass to Bailey. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Zion Williamson.
I'll tell you, this is not a game he'll want to individually remember, but they are positioned to close this thing out.
From 12 feet, here's Buzelis. No good on the triple.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Bailey's shot is off. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. 8-point game. Here's Buzelis. Here he goes.
They're putting it on the deck. Wow. Buzelis is just dangerous on the move.
Misses the layup.
He's trying to flip the script here, but guys, he cannot find any level of consistency.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Williamson misses.
You have to love that effort, getting after the basketball, fighting for a possession.
Here's Bailey. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Pass to Buzelis. Left block shot on the way. Nice jump shot. Buzelis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you see the potential Buzelis has as a shooter. This kid's upside is definitely enticing.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. He told his guys to stay after it, to not get complacent and lazy with this lead. He wants them to keep adding to it. We'll see if they're able to do it, guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie. He gets it in there.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Outside Giddey. Spins. Right wing. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Utah.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers. Back
to White. Kicks it out to Williamson. Now Vucevic. Just 5 on the clock. That three's off the mark. Here's Mikhailuk. Again, Utah good for 2. And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. The Bulls trail by 8. Left side, White. Cole outside. And stolen by Markkanen. And now the Jazz on the run in transition. Here's Bailey. Oh, he jammed it.
A big-time slam right there by Bailey. You know, good to see this young man play with such authority. Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving. No doubt whatsoever.
Clock at 6. Here's Bailey. Let's loose for 3. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. The Bulls trail by 8. Giddey with it. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Ooh, you talk about a way to deflate the team.
Well, I think it kills your energy, and it certainly kills your momentum.
Jazz leading by 8. George with it, and it's Giddey picking him up. Outside George. Oh, off target from downtown. And Giddey has got the ball here for the Bulls. And he nails it.
Oh, man. Massive points from Buzelis. Yes.
Here's Markkanen. Shoots a 3. Rebounded by Giddey. White fires. Oh, the long ball, no good.
Boy, when you're trying to make up ground, every shot counts. You have got to be selective.
And that's out of bounds. Last touch by Bull.
Timeout.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. George jams it home.
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
Now Bull. Oh, a matching slam. Back and forth they go.
Oh, unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
And Bull, no good on that one. Williams. Oh, the stuff.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
His playmaking is something to watch. Threading that pass is right in there.
It's not just the decision-making, it's the ability to
put the pass where it needs to be, when it needs to be there. Mr. Markkanen, well done, sir.
And clearly not enough defensive presence there.
Boy, he just took advantage and a ferocious jam.
You know, but at this level, almost any guy can throw it down on you if you leave it wide open.
Here's Bailey. Markkanen. Oh, what a jam! Holding nothing back.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
And as a result, they may be facing just a little bit less resistance right now. They are having their way.
He hits the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
If it wasn't out of reach already, guys, those free throws turn the lights off.
Right side Bull. Oh, touches it off the glass. Oh, using 2 hands to power it down.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every...
Oh,
no, he did it!
Punch it home. Nice. Got a piece of it. So we see the Jazz taking the W here. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home, and I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.